And we're on. Cool. Anyway.
You got the harmonica?
Right. Yeah, I do. Have we got water?
No. Yeah, good idea. Can you grab me one, please, bro?
I'll grab a bottle.
Yeah. Cheers, bro. Okay. Ready when you are.
Good evening! It is Red
Light.
Radio! Hello there, guys. How are we
Welcome
doing?
to the show.
James?
Welcome
You doing well tonight?
back. I'm doing well tonight, Dan. How are you tonight?
I'm pretty fantastic, my friend. Pretty good.
Good. Glad to hear you're doing well.
Yeah.
You've had a busy day today, Dan, haven't you?
I have had a busy day, but we'll get on to that later. First, shall we
Finish with that, will we?
shall we introduce where are we at the moment, James?
Right now we are at the Kelp store in Papa Westray.
Mm-hmm.
Could you tell us what kelp is, Dan?
Kelp. To my knowledge, James, kelp is actually a type of seaweed. It was originally, the burning of seaweed, so to speak, here was a cottage industry back in the day, and it was used for all sorts, I think. To create things like soap, and it was used in the glass making industry, which was predominantly dominated the Orkney economy
Yeah.
back in the day, which was quite fascinating stuff.
Papa Westray seemed to be like at one point had the biggest amount of kelp industry.
Yeah, so I heard actually. It's quite
Yeah.
fascinating stuff. But moving on from seaweed, guys, we'll come back to that, you know. But yeah, we last spoke to you when we were in Hoy.
Yes. And now that was part one of our island hopping adventure, and now we're part two, which is Papa Westray.
Mm-hmm.
Though we did come via Westray.
We did.
Although we've not spent much time there, we really just went there to go from A to B.
Catch a quick bus and lock our bikes up.
Yep, our bikes are still there. They've been enduring a bit of rain. Hopefully they're okay.
Probably some heavy salt weather from the tides just flipping them in. It's quite a stormy night as well this evening. So.
They'll be getting kissed by the laps of salty waves in Westray.
Getting kissed by salty lips and salty waves, babe. But anyway, so I think we're gonna discuss a few things.
We have Safe House with us tonight.
Yeah, safe house.
Tonight we're in the kelp store, but it's wet outside, and because we have the option to, we've decided that we're going to stay in the kelp store tonight.
Mm-hmm.
We were planning on staying inside Safe House. However, Safe House is soaking wet because we didn't dry it out after our wet night in Hoy. We were bone dry though after our wet night in Hoy, but the tent, we didn't
have time to dry it.
out.
We should have hung up the outlet.
So it's kind of soaked through. So we've opened the tent, we set up the tent, and now it's just drying out. But we've set up armchairs in front of it.
Yeah.
So we're
Warming our bellies with a little bit of
we're still sticking to the sort of
the
theme.
whiskey.
Yeah, we got the whiskey. We got that whiskey.
That whiskey. But yeah, so shall we? There's a few things we're going to talk about today, but I think we've all been dying to hear is we're looking for part 2, act 2 of Kalashnikovs in Thurso.
So we'll get right into it then. Part 2 of Kalashnikovs in Thurso.
Yep.
Okay. I want to lay my heart out bare and vulnerable without an ounce of arrogance, naked and painful, cathartic and cleansing for all to see. Perhaps through a disparate series of flash fictions of people dying and not dying. Perhaps through 4 people looking at a painting of a woman with arms spread, mimicking the crucifixion of Christ. Somehow I hadn't noticed she was crucified. Neither did I when I was painting it, but then I stood back and I realised that that's what it was. It's funny, I see it now. Totally, but I didn't see it until you said that. The crucifix is a funny one. We see it all the time. It's so charged. Let me tell you about the details. Okay. Well, this is a bra to avoid Uniboo. These are lipsticks. This is anti-aging cream. It's all about how women are crucified by the figures of beauty. So that's lipstick on her hand where she's nailed to the cross and not blood then? Yes. Christ. I'm caught between humour and horror at the anguish of my mortality, and I'm never able to reveal both simultaneously. Here comes person 13 to maintain vitality and momentum in this fictional work and herd it from meandering into trite territory. Person 13 is a farmer born to a farming family of many generations. Person 13 sits himself in his tractor seat, which has long lost its novelty, and sighs before cracking his gnarled leathery hands and turning on the ignition to begin a long day of crofting. After cracking his knuckles, he recalls when the tractor's novelty was still fresh, and how he relished rallying it around his family farm, blaring sentimental rave anthems out a tiny Bluetooth speaker half-pitched from the night before. He sighs again in sorrow for a light he feels has ceased, and turns on the ignition and begins his day feeling jaded and lost to youth. Can I live? If you give me a lift to the studio, to pick up my jacket, I'll buy you a McDonald's. 16 gives 15 a lift to the studio, 15 collects jacket, 16 drives to McDonald's and ends up being the mug that buys everyone in the car their tea at the drive-thru. Dialogue continues now between 16 and 14. The thing is, I don't even feel angry about it. I just find it funny and mildly inspiring. Yeah man, don't. What to do to recover the money is next time you're with him at the pub and he's away being all animated and explosive or whatever and he's left his wallet on the table. Just help yourself, mate. 14, 15, 16... 17's a real bastard and he's for sure gonna die now. I'm gonna relish the murder. Look at his big craning neck and gaunt jawline. Look at his hunched posture and lanking skeleton. Look at his Hackett denim jeans. Look at his waist and his protruding pinch of scrotum at the top. Actually, you do it this time. Shoot him. Do it. Do it, shoot him. Way, it's not a real gun. I told you you're in here with a real one. I'm not going to accommodate any hullabaloo trying to get you to shoot him when in fact I could just shoot you. Boom boom. Bye boom. I just shot you. You were person 18 and now you're deep. So when you leave here, go on and live the rest of your life free. It's a foregone conclusion. Your death is a foregone conclusion. Welcome to Perth train station. Please don't clamber out the windows or fall out the doors. I've had too much to drink to take any shit. Pokes head out the window and gets decapitated. Person 19, deed. Person 20, also deed, with no explanation. Everything was somber, but then it was jovial again. I trust you and have faith in your ability. Cut my hair. You have no preferences? Make me look good. Person 21 enjoys the experience of getting his hair cut. Having another person touching and navigating around his head. He enjoys watching his hair becoming more refined and his facial features seemingly becoming more enhanced. It's always quite a gratuitous finish to the ceremony. Barber and sitter are both satisfied and happy. There's a lot of passing of compliments between the two people, followed by a well-natured transaction and a £1 tip. All the while, person 22 slyly making his way around the rooms of 23's house, whilst 23 is at the Second Presbyterian Church with his wife and children. 22 took 23's Colt pocket navy out of his leather belt and aimed it at a painting on the wall and polished its face before putting it back. He smelt the lavender inside 23's daughter's pillowcase. He played with 23's son train set. Then he ate bread and butter in 23's kitchen and drank 23's coffee, while he considered how he would assassinate 23 in the next 10 days. Jesse James corn liquor tastes different in this town. Could it be it's the same as the last? That's part 2. Part 3 next time, folks.
Woo! Excellent stuff, Jim. So, I thought we'd throw in the wild card and just ask you. There's a writer you've been interested in recently, and you were saying earlier on today when we were lounging over by the windows in the Coke store
Yep.
that
Just
this
on the other
writer Karen
Nicola Barker.
Nicola Barker.
Mm.
Karen is another time. Nicola Barker has been an inspiration to your work.
I'm sure one of our listeners will know about a certain Karen, but
I'm sure you all know about Karen. But yes, delightful young lady. Continue. So,
yeah. So Nicola Barker. When I was writing my short story Kalashnikovs and Thurzo, or maybe just before I started writing it, maybe I did both approximately at the same time, began writing it and began reading that book. I read her book, which is her newish book, I think, called I Am Sovereign. And it's a really great book. It's quite an avant-garde book. She's an experimental writer.
it's a very interesting story, then, from what you were saying. Like the setting. Go on.
Yeah, so the whole sort of book, it's a novella, and it takes place probably within about 20 minutes, and it's a property transaction between sort of, obviously the kind of the letting agent or whatever you would say, the estate agent.
Estate agent.
Yeah, so the estate agent, the current homeowner,
Yeah.
and these two Chinese women,
Mm-hmm.
mother and daughter.
Yeah.
The mother wants to buy the property. And so it's just kind of following this, but the Chinese mother is on her phone for the entire period. They're all very eccentric people,
Yeah.
and what's great about the book is it sort of unpacks
Each one's individual
one's
identity or eccentricity.
Yeah, exactly. Each
Yeah.
one's individual identity and how kind of offbeat they are.
Okay, cool.
So it's just, four offbeat people in a house trying to get along.
Sounds lit. Sounds awesome.
It's a really great book.
Yeah.
It also includes a cat, and there is a fifth character, but I don't want to give away too much.
Yeah, it's good thinking.
It's a really wonderful book. She writes in such a great kind of informal and fragmented style, and I think the informal quality of her writing and